Everyone has hobbies. Some people play video games, some scroll social media for hours, others binge watch shows every night. But there are a few hobbies that quietly change the way your brain works. They don't just entertain you, they make you sharper, more disciplined, more creative, and more valuable. The crazy part, most people ignore them because they don't give instant dopamine. But if you stick with even one of these hobbies for a year, you'll develop skills that most people never will. Here are 5 rare hobbies that give you an unfair advantage in life. 1. Learning a new language. Most people learn a language because they want to travel. That's actually the smallest benefit. The real advantage is what it does to your brain. Every conversation strengthens your memory. You become better at recognizing patterns. You learn to think before you speak, and you start seeing the world from another culture's perspective. Research has even linked bilingualism with better cognitive flexibility and problem solving. In a world where almost everyone speaks only one language, speaking 2 instantly makes you more valuable, not just professionally, but mentally. 2. Journaling. Most people think journaling is just writing about your feelings. It's much more powerful than that. Writing forces your thoughts to slow down. Instead of carrying dozens of ideas inside your head, you place them onto paper where you can actually analyze them. You begin noticing patterns, bad habits, excuses, and hidden fears. Over time, your journal becomes a mirror. And people who understand themselves usually outperform people who don't. Self-awareness is one of the rarest competitive advantages you can develop. 3. Photography. Photography isn't really about cameras. It's about learning to notice what everyone else misses. Light, timing, composition, details. The more you practice, the more observant you become. Eventually, you start paying attention in everyday life too. You notice opportunities, body language, small mistakes, and hidden beauty. Observation is an underrated superpower. The people who notice more usually make better decisions. 4. Public speaking. Here's something interesting. The fear of public speaking is more common than the fear of death for many people. That's exactly why it's such a powerful hobby. Every speech builds confidence. Every presentation teaches you how to organize your thoughts. And every audience makes you better at influencing people. The ability to communicate clearly opens doors that talent alone never will. Ideas don't change lives. Communicated ideas do. 5. Reading biographies. Most people read books for information. Successful people often read biographies for wisdom. Why? Because biographies compress decades of experience into a few hundred pages. You learn how great people handled failure, pressure, rejection, and setbacks. Instead of making every mistake yourself, you borrow lessons from people who already paid the price. That's one of the fastest ways to grow. Because experience is expensive, learning from someone else's experience is much cheaper. Here's the truth. None of these hobbies are exciting on day one. They're slow, sometimes frustrating, and sometimes even boring. That's exactly why they're rare. Most people quit before the real benefits appear. But if you stay consistent with just one of these hobbies, 6 months from now you'll think differently. 1 year from now, you'll become a different person. And remember, growth never begins inside your comfort zone. That's why I made a video explaining why your comfort zone isn't actually your safe zone. Watch that next. It'll completely change the way you think about self-improvement. So, which hobby are you starting today?